Now that is some killer music. In fact, that is the music for Destiny 2, if you digitally pre-order it, that's in the background. And it kind of reminds me of the feeling I got when I logged in to play Destiny Alpha. Because I was thinking to myself, so I get to play Destiny 2 and capture it on May 18th, and then I'm sure we're going to get the beta announcement sometime soon. I was thinking back, well, what roped me in to playing Destiny 1? You know, prior to Destiny 1, I was a Killzone Shadowfall channel. Before that, it was Call of Duty. But what was it that roped me in? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Some of the things, you know, everyone's focusing on, I want this, we need to see that, Hold on, let's backtrack, okay? Key focus, and I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What do you want to see in the beta or in this reveal that you think will hook you into Destiny 2? If you are a player from the alpha days and beta days for that matter, what roped you in? I remember when I first logged into Destiny Alpha, I was skeptical. I was like, what is this game? Aliens and weapons and it's in the future? What? I thought I would never like it. When I logged in and I heard that weird music, well, not weird, I shouldn't have called it weird, that just beautiful, eerie music that you didn't know what was going on. It's kind of the same thing it reminded me of when the Taken King first hit. When you first heard that soundtrack and you logged into the Taken King, you knew something terrible was going to happen. You knew Oryx was in town. Now, being a musician, of course, I got to kick off a video like that. Vibe to me is everything. Vibe can make, music can make or break a game, just like voice acting. So that begs the question, what's the experience going to be like? What's the Destiny 2 experience going to be like when we get the reveal on May 18th, as well as when we play the beta? What's going to be those factors or things that rope us in that we cannot wait until September 8th? So let me try to deep dive a little bit here on what I think is going to rope me in. And of course, I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. So we know the gist of it, right? The city has collapsed. Ghaul, Gary, the Cabal are here, and they took everything. They took everything away from us. So initially, I want to see some sort of emotional vibe to it. You know, I want to kind of, you know, like the longer trailer that we got had some shenanigans from Gate 6, but also some kind of emotional stuff coming from Zavala, obviously. You know, we lost everything. We have to fight to get it back. It's obvious when we got our invitations that you see a little ghost and it says, "Welcome to a world without light." So obviously, we have lost our light. How do we regain it back? Now, what I think they need to do in this reveal and also in the beta is to begin to tell the story. Obviously, not too much, but to begin it so that we have to come back, that we cannot wait to find out what happens. We can all agree the story in Destiny 1 was a bit on the lackluster side, and it was just more of a looter shooter. You had to read about the story in the Grimoire cards. But what I think they really need to do, and this is what I'm hoping on, and I want to, again, always want to hear from you guys in the comment section, is that we get just a snippet of the opening story, what happened, not too much backstory, just a little bit of it, maybe just kind of right after everything happened, so that when we leave the beta, and also when I leave this event, okay, I want to know what happens next. I really hope they take storytelling level to the next. I've always felt, and yes, I sound like a company fanboy here, but I feel like Bungie has pretty much made leaps and bounds with each expansion. From Vanilla Destiny to the Dark Below, from the Dark Below to the House of Wolves to the Taken King, and then to Rise of Iron. They've gotten better. They've listened to us. You know, to me, the Taken King was revolutionary. I mean, with the whole questifying of things, the exotics, everything. So, and the fact that Luke Smith, I believe, is the director of this game, I think we're in pretty good shape. Because I was listening to the Destiny Community podcast tonight, and I think it was either Breyer or Tef brought up that, can you imagine if they threw in like an 18, 20-hour campaign? Would you guys like that? I know I certainly would like that. You know, because let's be frank, we burn through content like it's nobody's business within this community. And that's the one thing we complain about. I feel like Destiny right now, with the Age of Triumph update, with the weekly story playlist, the way the Challenge of Elders, the weekly raid, everything is all just there. Tons of stuff to do. If Destiny 2 can kind of follow that format and give us constant things to do, keep us busy. We've never complained too much that we don't like this game. It's just that it's not enough. So now let's talk some details and even semantics for that matter of what I'd like to see in this reveal, what I get to play, and also in the beta. You know, when it comes to weapons, armor, and things like that, well, you know, let's touch on mechanics. Mechanics, I don't want to see it change too much. If it changes too much, it's going to feel like a different game. I don't necessarily want it to feel like a different game. I want it to feel like an advanced game. You know, when you're jumping, when you're using your weapons, I want the basic feel to it, but obviously with some new things, maybe some new jumps. Maybe they're going to tweak the subclasses. I am hoping we get a 4th subclass, but I was chatting with you guys on stream the other night, and I was saying to myself, you know what? Maybe it would make more sense that they maybe revamp our 3 main subclasses a little bit, and I get a feeling we're going to have to gain them all back. Well, it's obvious we're going to have to gain them all back. We have lost our light. Gain them back, and then maybe when the expansions come out, because we're getting, if you buy the season pass, you get 2 expansions, one that has the Osiris symbol on it, one with the Rasputin sign on it. So maybe with those, they could tag on the 4th subclass. Now, when it comes to mechanics, let's go back to that again. I'm going to bring up Call of Duty for a second here. So they have 3 main studios working on their games: Treyarch, Sledgehammer, and Infinity Ward. All of those studios, each one of their Call of Duties has a different feel to it, in the mechanics, in the motions and everything. And that's one of the beautiful things about Bungie, is that they're the only ones making the game. And granted, some other studios will help with working on things, but I don't want to see too much of a difference in the way the game feels. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section. Now, the obvious things I want to see in this reveal is, well, how is the light level going to work? Is there going to be a light level? How do we regain our light back? What's the leveling system? Are we going to go from 1 to 40 again? Are we going to go from 1 to 50? I personally would like to see it higher. When the Taken King came out, we all rushed to 40 really quickly. When Destiny first came out, we hit max level really, really fast. I mean, it took a little while to unlock all the subclass nodes and everything, but I would like to see way more of a grind, because like I said before, we burn through content. I would like to see some new weapon types. You know, we've never really had a submachine gun archetype. Well, I guess if you want to call it the doctrine of spamming, or Mina's D, but maybe a dedicated submachine gun type class, strictly for close quarters, have its own unique perk sets, own unique abilities. Another thing that was brought up on the Destiny Community Podcast is when it comes to exotics. Well, actually, no, me and my friends were talking about this. You know, exotics maybe not have set perks. You know, maybe the exotics themselves have a loot table, well, have a perk table, so to speak, that you can get that exotic with different perks, or maybe re-roll them. I don't know. I just feel like exotics, I feel like they got devalued after Vanilla Destiny, and I still feel, and I want to hear from you guys again. I just keep asking you guys for feedback. In my opinion, whether you do, I hope you guys agree with me on this one. Vanilla Destiny had the best exotics. I'm sorry, Service Regime, Last Word, Might of Multi-Tool Bag, all that sort of stuff. The exotics that came from House of Wolves, Dark Below, Taken King, Rise of Iron, they're okay, but I feel like nothing compares to the exotics that we got in year 1. And you know what? Thank God I'm not a designer, because I would be hard-pressed to how are they going to create new exotics. And actually, you know what? Do you think they'll bring... I'm sure they're going to bring back some exotics from Destiny 1. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Guys, we're less than 2 weeks away, okay? I am so excited and can't wait to see what does Bungie have in store for us. What are we going to see? What new destinations are we going to see? Are we going to see some new enemy types besides the Cabal? I don't know. I'm super hyped. I hope you guys are. That's it, guys. Do me a favor. Drop a like at this video, only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube. And that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.